Bob Patnesky, he's out of Cannon McMillan. Another one there. He's a senior, District 7. Ken Smith, his coach. Today, that is. He's 40-1. He's 141 and 27 overall.
And again, this is another one of the Cannon McMillan wrestlers who is without the head coach, Tim Macedas, who was ejected from the tournament for flagrant misconduct.
You mentioned, too, and I think with Coach Macedas and everything, and regardless of the incident, we look at the wrestlers and the intensity involved, but the coaches are very much involved from an emotional standpoint, especially when you get to this far with a young man. You live the whole thing through as well.
Definitely. I think that everybody in the stands really felt for the coach at during that match with Cannon McMillan in Northampton in that preliminary round at 189 pounds. And quite frankly, I think that if any of us would have been down there, I think that there would have been a lot of us that would have been ejected from the tournament for that.
Minute 15 left here in the opening period. Championship at 125 pounds. Seems like District 7, every one of them.
Bob Patnesky from Cannon McMillan wearing the green anklet. Rob Loper from Erie Cathedral Prep in the red anklet.
Loper with his back to you right there. There's the time remaining in the opening period. Every nook and cranny here at the Hershey Park Arena is spoken for this AAA final.
Rob Loper placed third last year at 119 pounds. He's up at 125 pounds this year. His only loss was to Teague Moore, 5-0 in that 95 championships.
Who's Teague Moore not beating us? What I want to know after this last three that we've been through.
Here's a quick takedown by Rob Loper from Erie Cathedral Prep.
Solid program with Eno Naredo. 37-1 is Loper coming in.
Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go work something. Let's go.
Again, we've mentioned this from time to time. You love the official when he gets verbal with you, and you know exactly where he stands. Got a talkative one here at 125. You say you really like that as a wrestler, Jim, because then you don't have to do any guessing games. That's part of the thing you can eliminate. It's tough enough out there.
Well, certainly there are some gray areas from the rules interpretation standpoint, and each referee has a different spin on things. It really helps to have a referee who's going to let you know where you stand and exactly what he thinks is going on as far as the match is concerned.
Escape point creates a pretty even match. It's 2-1 right now with Loper in front.
Bob Patnesky came to this tournament as a Southwestern Regional Champion with one loss. His loss was to Brian Snyder of Easton, 5-4 in overtime at the Mannheim Holiday Tournament. Loper beat Snyder 1-1 on an overtime 30-second ride-out in the consolations at 125 pounds, and that was one heck of a match.
Loper in a bit of trouble, trying to work his way out of the bottom. He's going to get
neutral.
Neutral got 1 point for the escape, 3-1. Points are coming a little bit grudgingly so in this match at 125.
Back at the 1995 tournament, Patnesky lost to Loper in the preliminary round and did not place.
Center, work in there.
There we go. Now you're seeing Patnesky. He's getting something.
Loper has
boiling.
that whizzer in. He's got bad position. You can see him.
Ooh.
Patnesky pulling him right to the center of the mat, which is the thing to do.
When you don't want him to get out of bounds.
When you're in an advantage position like that, you don't want to be near the out of bounds. However, if you happen to be Rob Loper at this point, the out of bounds is looking pretty good.
You also don't want to create a dangerous situation there or a dangerous move, and thereby the officials step in and kind of break off your advantage. He seems to have weathered the storm pretty well, though. Loper, that is. There go the points. Now we're tied at 3.
Bob Patnesky back in 1994 placed 5th at 112 pounds at the state championships. And back in 1993, he placed 5th at 103 pounds.
Loper with the escape. 26 seconds remain, as you see, in the second period. 4-3. They move the action along. There is no rest for the weary out there. They started at 8 o'clock in the morning for the semifinal round. And if you make it to the title tilt, you're back that night.
These guys wrestled the match of their lives at 8 o'clock sharp.
Yeah, sometimes it's getting out of the semifinals. There's so much intensity. A lot of people go, oh, let's see pins in the finals and everything else. But, you know, the reason they're in the finals is because these guys don't spend much time on their back giving a weather report or telling you how the ceiling looks. This is the creme de la creme the state has to offer. You're looking at it right now, 125. Well, 2 minutes to go as we make the turn into the final period. And Bob Patnesky will go out of the bottom. Easier to score. We'll see. It's 4-3 right now. Rob Loper holds on by 1. The escape, and we are tied.
Rob Loper confident on his feet. He just let him up to tie it up 4-4.
Is that just something they teach anymore, Jim? It's just more or less this neutral position? I mean, it seems as though this is every wrestling match that we see, everybody is more confident on their feet.
That's a real nice duck under to a double leg. He's got Patnesky in trouble. He's going to give up back points.
Lots of them, too. Meters running.
He's got 3 back points coming.
Now it's 9-4. That's a 5-point move right there.
That is a big, big move, especially with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the final period.
Now back to my original question about the neutral and standing position. It seems as though that's where everybody's most comfortable.
Oh, definitely. These guys, when they get to this level of competition, everybody wants to wrestle on their feet. That's where they usually do their best scoring. It's possible they could take somebody down to their back, as Rob Loper just did to Bob Patnesky. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for the big moves where they can score a lot of points.
There's still a lot of time left for Bob Patnesky to get it done. He's trailing, though, 9-5.
Patnesky in on a single leg. He's got a 2-point takedown coming.
Boy, that's going to get him right back in it now.
It's 9-7. And he's going to let him up and try to take him down again.
10-7. Time remaining in the match. Pretty good one at 125. Now you feel the sense of urgency. There's a big 2-point takedown right there for Rob Loper.
Rob Loper hit a real nice throw by. There was nothing that Patnesky could do. That's 2 points, and that could be too much for Bob Patnesky.
You see him slap his hands together. Another
Okay, you got him.
tie the shoe.
Ready, let's go, guys.
From the bottom, Bob Patnesky out of Cannon McMillan with a 5-point move. That was just huge. And then he got the takedown. And out of bounds, 1 point. Whoa, right in front of Mark Shuey. Mark, 3rd and 5 down there, right in front of you.
Yeah, this is a little too close here. These guys are going at it hot and heavy. There's only 12 seconds left in this 3rd period, and this match has really heated up in the 3rd.
There's a starting caution.
Well, you got a 5-point move in the bag with 10 seconds to go.
He's got to do it now if he's going to do it at all.
He is low on time, and looks as though Rob Loper holding on for the win and gets it done at 125.
Very excited, Rob Loper from Erie Prep.
12-8 the final. Mark?
Turned in the 3rd period when Rob Loper, at the minute 30 mark, got 5 back points. And then with 24 seconds remaining, Rob Loper recorded a huge takedown. Final margin of victory, 12-8. Rob Loper is the winner.
Mark, this is a little different than some of the other award ceremonies. This is a 4-time champ we're looking at right there.
A 4-time champ, a rather exclusive category Mr. Jeffrey Hunter is a part of. In fact, Jeffrey Hunter just got down from the stands in order to join this ceremony here that they are honoring him with the gold medal, his 4th. Jeremy Hunter, immediately after his match, shook the hand of Anthony Rivera.